YouTube, how's it freaking going? Welcome back to another video. Happy Friday. Today is definitely Friday. It's not just Friday of the workout week, unlike how I say for Monday. And it's also day number 26 of the IMPETUS strength program, which means today is leg day. Today is going to be us going for our 1 rep max on the squat, which is always fun, but also scary, which means y'all need to learn how to fail properly. I always say that, but you really need to put some time into learning how to get a weight off your back. Because one time, I think it was last week with Shahir, his attempt on failing didn't go, it could have gone better, but it didn't go horribly, but it could have got a lot worse. He dropped it and it kind of left his head in the way. You want to drop it and let go, like push forward rather than just try to go down with it. Or if you're going to go down with it, kind of sit down. You get what I mean? I've shown a couple times on how to fail, so you guys have to check out those videos to really find out how to. Definitely will go over it again at some point, however, not today, because your boy's going for a 1 rep max. We ain't trying to fail today. But I heard something very interesting in this podcast I was listening to called Mindset Mentor. Now, it's a podcast I listen to every day on my drive to work. Love it. Not necessarily like I don't like surrounding myself with music on the weekdays. Specifically music that just is all about like stupid shit, like guns, drugs, money, girls, whatever the case may be. I want to listen to shit that, you know, positively affects me, even if it's just a background noise. You know, sometimes I'll tune in, sometimes I'll tune out, but it's better to hear things that are motivating and more inspirational, right? It gets my mind thinking too, which is one of the things I want to talk about today. So he gave a analogy for your comfort zone. So obviously, as we've spoken about before, the comfort zone is where the dreams die, right? When you're comfortable, you're probably not putting in the effort to, you know, push yourself and make yourself uncomfortable. Because I mean, hey, the reason you're living the life you're living right now is because of the actions and choices you are making, right? So if you want a different life, you can't expect your life to just change. You have to change. You are the driver of your life. You are in the driving seat, and you have the direction to steer it. So in order to change directions, you got to turn the wheel, right? And turning the wheel is change. But anyways, most people don't turn that wheel because of the comfort zone. Now, the comfort zone analogy is a rubber band, right? So rubber band's very, very flexible. You keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, and it's going to want to shoot back, right? Even if you let go for a little bit, it's going to shoot right back. It's kind of similar with your comfort zone, right? Your comfort zone is obviously something that takes a while to get broken out of, and it's just, you know, small steps, small steps, small steps. And it might not seem like it's going to break, but I can tell you one thing, it will eventually break, right? And that's the glory in going towards and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone by doing things that make you uncomfortable. Right? They do say the comfort zone is where the dreams die. So just remember that. You got to learn that because it is very important to know that. Because you got to do things that make you uncomfortable. Right? One example I could give you guys specifically is my car's manual. So when I first got my car, I didn't know how to drive manual. So it made me, you know, it obviously was a learning experience. Then when I got a little bit more acquainted with it and, you know, could go around the block, I took small steps. So driving around the block, that was very nerve-wracking because any stop I would do, I'd have to put it in gear 1 and then take off again. And it's, you know, for anyone who's learned how to drive manual, some people pick it up quicker than others, obviously, but it's a little tricky, especially because prior to doing that, I had a regular car, right, an automatic car. So it always teased me to see that I have my own car, because this is my first ever car, a Mazda 2. And I was on my driveway, I could go anywhere I want, but I didn't know how to drive the car. So it always bothered me. But back to the topic at hand. Small steps, I was able to get out of that comfort zone. And then one day I decided to cross the light into the opposing neighborhood. That was the most nerve-wracking thing, right? Did that, and then progressively got more into it, started going a little farther. Then I was at a left light, turning left. And what happened? Your boy stalled. And what happened? Bunch of fucking people behind me were honking at me. Go, go, go. You know how it is, a lot of road rage. But needless to say, I was uncomfortable. And it took me a while to break out of the comfort zone of not wanting to make lefts, because then I would avoid it. I would look at directions and be like, is there alternative routes to not making a left? But needless to say, I broke through that comfort zone. I now could drive anywhere I want. But looking at it, it just is another, you know, lesson that I've learned about how breaking out of a comfort zone takes time. Right? In your comfort zone might be not going to the gym, but with time, you will. But enough said, guys. Without further ado, day number 26 of the IMPETUS strength program. It's fucking gym time. Okay, so we're gonna work into our 1 rep max. We started off with 5 reps, which we did, I think we did 285, and then we did our second set, which was 305 for 3. Sheer did every single weight that I did, so I'm very impressed with him. It's really not a surprise though. The last couple leg days, he's displayed to me that he's very fucking strong with the squats, and his form's good. So, I mean, hey, if his form's strong, then I'm okay with him up in the weight. But if his form was compromising when he was up in the weight, then I would say something and I would lower the weight to make sure he's doing it correctly. Because again, this is a big movement. This could definitely lead to injury if you don't do it correctly. The name of the game for any compound movement is to get the form down, right? So make sure you got your form down, then work your way up on the weights. But we're gonna be doing, last week when we hit it, not last week, but the first time that we hit this for the PR, we hit 335, which is 3 plates and a 10. But this week we're gonna, actually, sorry, did we do 335? I can't remember if we did 325. Now we're doing 335. So we added the additional, did we do? I'm kind of losing train of thought. I think we might be, yeah, we are doing 335. We're doing 335. Last week we did, well, rather the first week we hit the PRs, we did 325. So we're gonna definitely up the weight by 10 pounds, see how it works. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I definitely think I could probably bang this out for 2, but we're gonna see how the first one goes. If need be, then, you know, perhaps we'll up the weight, but there is a whole other portion of the workout, and I've said before, I'm not too big on the 1 rep maxes, and the other 2 sets felt good. Always the first set though, because I'm like, I warm up prior to doing squats, always, as should anyone, and I said before, sometimes I like to do static stretches to make sure that I'm getting the right depth, but then other times I'll just go into it with some dynamic warm-ups, dynamic stretches. I like doing sissy squats prior to doing it, which is, for you guys that don't know, it's bending your knees forward. It's good on the knee joints, so I do like doing that prior to getting into the squats, especially heavy squats. I don't want to chit-chat too long. We're doing this on a different type of Smith machine, or not Smith machine, barbell rack here. So the safety hammer bar strength bars are a little shorter than typical, but that's okay. That just means we have to take like 2 steps back and make sure we're in the range. That way, if need be, we could fail correctly, right? Because if we can't fail safely, then I wouldn't recommend doing heavyweight. Unless you have a spotter nearby who's an experienced spotter with squats, then definitely wait to get the safety bars if they're not accessible. But enough said, let's get into this. Just doing this for 1. Gotta bite the chain. Oh man. Well, that's how you fail safely. I don't know if I gave up too quickly or not, but I didn't feel the weight coming up. So I mean, hey, you gotta get out of it safely. But now you guys know how to fail safely. Just go forward, get out of the way. You don't want the bar to land on your neck. But I definitely think I want to try this again. We'll see though. It's definitely something that'll scare people if they fail for the first time. Bit of a bitch to get the weight off, but I want to see Shahir hit this because I'm pretty sure he has the ability to. But as I said, that's how you fail correctly. You live and you learn. Let's get this. You know, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm very impressed because Shahir was able to actually get that weight up. Now, I will let you guys know, it was actually 345. Your boy was kind of fucking struggling with numbers there, but it was 345. And Shahir hit it, which is very impressive. I'm very impressed with him. He's definitely getting that progress. And it's always nice to get challenged because, I mean, hey, when he hits that, that pushes me in my mind to push and hit it as well. But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't go for it again. I don't want to fatigue myself too much. And to be honest, I like the ability to show you guys how I fail, right? You know, and it shows that I'm natural, right? I'm not gonna fucking fail. Or rather, I'm not gonna hide my failures from you guys and show you guys only my best side. I mean, fuck, I'm human too. I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna get better, and that's the name of the game, right? I'm not gonna let that deter me from going for it again, but I'm gonna build up to it correctly, right? Now, there's a lot of factors as to why I could tell you why I didn't do it, but the reality of it is, I didn't get it up. I'm not gonna make excuses, I'm gonna learn and get better. I just gotta get more acquainted with heavier weights, right? So we're just gonna continue building upon that. Now I know that that's the next goal, is hit 345. Hopefully by next month. Well, we will hit it by next month. More than certain that I'll hit it by next month, especially with this change in the program, because I'm gonna really put more volume. Like go for about 8 reps. I wanna incorporate 8 reps for the squats, deadlifts, and bench press just to get more volume as well, because I've just been doing the 5, 3, 2, 1. method, which is okay, but I also like having that volume element because I definitely get more effectiveness out of the workout when I have more reps involved, and obviously more controlled reps too. I mean, it's still good though to have those heavy reps. I think 8 reps is the perfect in between. But we're gonna go work into our lunges now, right afterwards. We ain't not much rest in between other than setting up and then me talking on the camera here. Probably gonna aim for about, I would say 5-ish on this because it is a bit heavier than we have done, which is, this is 105, where we did 100 last week for I think 6, something like that. So I want to increase the weight a bit and see how we do. Probably a little fatigued too because of those fucking fail on the deadlift, or sorry, on the squat there. But remember, failure is lessons, right? The only way to truly fail is to give up. And if I was to give up on that weight and never try it again, then that weight owns me. I ain't gonna let that weight own me. You shouldn't either, especially when you fail. But enough said, let's get right into this. One, 2, 3, 4. Right into the goblin squats too, which we've increased the weight as well. If I am correct, last week we did this, we did, I think 90 pounds. Oh, this week we're doing 95. Oh. Shooting after 8. I do like putting a plate on my feet there. I think it kind of just helps with my balance and a little bit with the range of motion if I think about it, because the way I'm coming down. But we're gonna match these two for 3 sets. This superset always gets us burnt out, but it is a little heavier. When you go more volume oriented on this, you get more of a increased heart rate, obviously, because there's more time under the tension, time under the weight. So I mean, it's good to lift heavy some weeks, but also good to lift a little lighter so you can hit those 12 reps. Because I'll tell you right now, hitting 12 reps on this and then 12 reps on that, that's a brutal superset. But enough said, let's get this shit done. All right, so here, what exercise are we doing?
Calf raises, seated calf raises.
What part of the calf does it hit?
What part of the calf is it?
Where does it hit?
This right here?
Soleus.
Soleus?
Soleus.
Soleus.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the soleus? Like right here, right?
Somewhere, bro.
Somewhere? All right.
But the question is, how do you feel? How do you feel about other people coming up to you in the gym and giving you like tips on how to do stuff?
Like other people?
Yeah.
Giving me tips on how to like
do the form correctly or something.
If they're fit, they have the results, then I can't argue with them.
Yeah.
So that's just my philosophy. Like, if they're in shape, if they're where I want to be, like I'm gonna take advice from them, right?
That's fair.
Yeah.
What did you hit? What PR did you hit today?
For the squat, 345.
How'd that feel though?
It felt good. I'm like I felt like, how can I explain it? I seen you fail and I'm like, oh man. Like this is gonna be something. This is gonna be heavy.
Did it motivate you though to get it up even more?
Yeah, it motivated me.
That's why you need partners in the gym, right?
Yeah, it motivated me. So I'm like, fuck, this I can't do it. I'm gonna try to do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say to people though, in order to get your squat up? Like, what's your advice? I know you're genetically pretty strong with your legs, but like, what have you done?
What would I say?
Give that 2 pieces of advice. If they want to get their squats stronger.
Well, if you want to get your squats stronger, what I did, like I would do like squats at home. I'd do 100 squats a day at home.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I guess that helps with the squats when you do like weighted squats.
Yeah.
And Like, just take your time, go slow. Like, if you go fast trying to ego lift, you're gonna tear your shit up.
That's right. Form over weight.
Yeah, exactly. Like, before you lift heavy and stuff, make sure your form is correct. And then, like, take your time. Don't jump into, like, heavy weights. Because I've done that a couple of times and I hurt myself, like, when I first started working out. So, just go slow, like, once it starts to get comfortable, that's when you should, like, start going up a weight. Not by a lot, but, like, a little bit, like 5 pounds, 10 pounds even.
Alright, so one last thing. You keep telling me a quote about the haters. About Grant Cardone?
I think it was Grant Cardone. Don't quote me, Grant Cardone. If you're watching this, don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure it's from Grant Cardone. I've never been hated on by somebody who has success in their life, or anybody that's more successful than me. And the critic hates what he or she don't have the guts to do themselves. So when you get hate, just remember those 2 quotes.
Oh yeah, how do you deal with hate though?
I love it.
Well, it motivates you, eh?
I love it. I'm doing something, you're not.
That's it.
I love it.
Alright, yo, let's crush this set.
For sure. Alright. Oh shit, this is heavy. I never used this machine in a long ass time.
Raise this part here.
Raise what part?
Raise this first.
Oh, okay. I never used
Now
this
get your
machine.
feet there and drop it.
Oh,
Drop
okay.
drop this as much as you can.
I never used this machine in a while. How many we doing?
Let's do 12.
12?
I don't want to sit too long in this position and talk for too long. Every machine that we've wanted to use so far has been taken, but that's okay. Just got to work around it. It's kind of the negative of a program. But the worst thing is when someone's taking a machine and they're just sitting on it and not doing exercises with like an adequate amount of time resting in between. I mean, like, I know I record and all that, but I promise you guys, there's people who sit on machines for like 10 minutes before even doing a set. And that's the most annoying thing I've experienced in the gym. Other than, of course, not cleaning up after yourself, which is displayed right here by a fucking towel someone could have used for their balls or some shit, I don't know. That's ludicrous. And sitting on a machine is ludicrous, but we're gonna make it work. Everything seems to be just one exercise instead of supersets because every fucking machine's been taken, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work, and we're gonna get this done. This is the last set of this, because this area's been high traffic right now, and putting the camera where it is right now kind of blocks the intersection in a sense, but do this for 8 reps. Let's do this. Control your eccentrics on this one in specific. It's a little odd, a little different because of the way that you're seated. I definitely like the seated one rather than the laying down one, which is what this one is. It's like, I feel like with the seated one, man, I could really just control the eccentrics a lot better. I mean, they're both beneficial in different ways, so definitely incorporating both is good. But enough said, we're gonna get this done. So we're doing a different type of leg press than we typically do. I typically do the plated one. It's been a while since I've done this one, which is more of a cable loaded one. I don't particularly like this one, but again, the gym's fucking packed. I guess everyone hits leg days on Fridays. Perhaps I'm gonna have to switch up the leg day that I do. Might make sense. I should take into account like what days I notice certain things open at. That way I can like do the counter of it, right? Like for example, if I see on Monday a lot of people are hitting chest, then perhaps it might make more sense to hit legs on Monday. Which, to be fair, is probably when most people don't do leg day, because I mean, most people don't want to start off the week with the legs, right? A lot of people hate training their legs. A lot of people actually skip training their legs, which definitely do not skip training your legs. But I remember like the last time that I actually worked on this machine is when I did like, because back in the day I used to do a lot of different exercises where I would just do the machines just to be quicker with it. And I don't know, I was kind of nervous, I guess, to do squats and all that sort of stuff, like the heavy squats, especially when I was by myself. But I'm more acquainted with it now, as you can tell. I did fail today, but I remember this particular exercise, I would do it and I would do it so slow, and I would do it for such high amount of reps with a low weight. I honestly remember I couldn't walk the next day. I think I actually might have done it with Andre. I think I did do it with Andre. We did drop sets. So we definitely want to encompass drop sets once we get out of the program. Drop sets, supersets, whole lot of funness. But I was talking to Shahir because obviously we've been talking about how the superset that we do with the lunges into the goblet squats has been pretty challenging, and it's been taking a lot out of us. I want to do like a little series, especially for leg day, of like trying out different sorts of supersets, being 2 exercises, because you can do supersets like 3 to 4 different exercises, but we're going to specifically do 2. And I want to see which one's like the most painful for both of us, because I can think of a couple different superset exercises that are just going to be total fucking burn. And the right burn, obviously, we don't want to hurt ourselves, but the right type of burn. Your muscles are aching, you're gonna have to recover correctly. But I definitely a cool little series, that way we could really determine which one is the hardest. And your boy's got a second mic coming in. I bought another one of these microphones, so we're gonna get more of Shahir's commentary along with myself, because that way we can both talk at the same time. It's a little aggravating when it's like him doing a machine and I'm talking to him, asking him questions and all that sort of stuff, but you guys are only faintly hearing me. So now we got a solution to that. Like any problem, there's always a solution, you just got to find it. But enough said, we're gonna get this done. 8 reps. I want to control the eccentrics, especially on this. Let's get it done. Also avoiding locking my elbows here, or elbows, knees. So easy to just do that last rep and just go down fast, but it's like any other rep, you know? If I'm just doing it half-assing because I'm on the 8th rep, does it really count as an 8th rep if I'm not doing it the same way I have been doing it? Remember, it's about the consistency of the reps, this consistent controlling of the eccentrics, because you can do 40 reps, and if you're not doing it the correct way, it's not as effective as doing 8 the right way. Probably a little drastic there. I feel like 40 is quite a lot. But enough said. We got one more set of this. Unfortunately, no supersetting because all the machines are taken. It doesn't look too hot for the leg extension machine to be open, but we'll figure out a way. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so we're finally working into the last exercise of the day. The machine ended up becoming open, which is always a good thing. But I did want to say something, because a lot of people struggle with this. And that's letting people go, right? Needless to say, the right people are going to stay in your life, and the people who deserve to be in your life are going to stay, right? People that want to leave your life, you got to let them go. You can't fight for them, man. I mean, there's certain levels to fighting for them when they want to leave your life. However, if someone chooses to leave your life, you got to let them go. You know what I mean? You can't hold on to the past and who they were, because the person that they were is not the person that they are now. And that's something that you guys got to remember. It's sad, it's sad, you know, it's just how it is, right? But people change, and sometimes you gotta let go of those negative people, who I like to call anchors, because sometimes you do have those anchors in your life, and you are the one who decides whether or not that chain is gonna hold you down. You get what I'm saying? You don't want those negative thoughts, negative people to be around you, because I always say it, you are the average of the people you spend the most time with. And if you spend your time with a lot of people who are ambitionless, it's just going to affect you in a negative way. You can't see that working in a positive manner. You got to remember that. And you got to surround yourself with individuals who are on the journey of becoming better
or are already in a position. Well, everyone has the ability to become better, but some people are already ahead of you, and that's where mentorships come into play, where you can learn exactly from the people who are where you want to be and the people who just have experienced a lot more than you. But needless to say, you gotta let those negative people go. When people want to leave your life, you gotta let them go. But I want to talk more about the gym as well. If you're with 3 people or 4 or 5, whatever the case may be, I recommend supersetting. Because you got 3 people surrounding one machine or something like that, 4 people, you're not necessarily getting the most effective workout you can. Because me personally, I'm someone who likes to get that time under tension sort of thing going, where if I'm at the gym for an hour, I want to work out for 45 minutes and rest for 15. I don't want to be at the gym for an hour and work out for 15 and spend 45 minutes socializing or resting or whatever the case may be. You're here for a purpose. You gotta make sure that purpose is working the way that you want it to. And we're here to get better, and we're here to give ourselves a great workout. And that's what we're gonna do. We don't want to sit around and talk for too much, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. But we're gonna get this shit done. Last set. Unfortunately, the lighting here in this gym, I've said it, is not the best. It's a little annoying, but hey man, there's worse things out there. I got a gym, I got the ability to afford a gym, and I got a gym partner who pushes me to become better. So all those things are things I should be grateful for. I'm not worried about the light. But as I said, let's do this. Just last set, just this, unfortunately, not supersetting, but we're still gonna make these reps count. I notice in some of my videos I make a face even before I start this. So I'm gonna do these last 3 reps with no face. That was hard. You know what else I gotta say quickly before I finish? I always find it very encouraging to see new people, new faces coming to the gym, but not only just coming to the gym, but being consistent with the gym. I see new people and I see them putting in that work, and it always inspires me to continue going. I just think that, if I can inspire one person to do that sort of thing, which is being consistent, then my mission is a success. But let's make this workout a success and push through this last 2 sets.
Workout is all done. Day number 26 of the Impetus Strength program in the books. I think we're going to do 2 more days of the Impetus Strength, because the next week, the 8th week, would be a deload week. So, I don't really want to do the deload week. I want to get back to how I usually do it, which is kind of randomization. Today kind of made me have like a sour taste for the programming, man, because like every freaking machine I wanted to use was taken. And typically when I'm doing like my regular exercises, I'll just go fuck off and do a whole different superset. But supersets are something that I love doing so much. To a certain extent, obviously, like when I'm doing like a heavyweight movement, like the squats or something like that, I don't like to do supersets because I like to just focus on that, get my compound movement out. And in reality, a compound movement's hitting a multitude of muscles, so it's kind of like a superset, same sort of scenario where it's hitting a multitude of muscles. But I do like the element of a superset because you are not resting, right? And it limits the workout, and obviously it just gets your heart rate elevated for much longer, so it also like burns more calories and shit like that. So I definitely like that. But I do want to do that also because I'm it's kind of like I'm talking about the same exercise every single day. And it's also nice to have like that, ability to, I want to go do the hack squat. Like I want to do hack squat today, I'm not going to lie. And other different types of movement. Hack squat, I really do want to do the supersets where me and Sheer see which one hits the most and which one works the most, because that'll be interesting. Because I can think of a couple different ones that are going to hit pretty hard. But look, man, that one lunge into goblet squats, pretty crazy. And yes, goblet squats. People were calling me out for saying goblin. It is goblet squats. I don't know why I say goblin. Similar words, I guess, but definitely makes more sense to be goblet. But enough said. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that subscribe button, because your boy is en route to hit 1,000 subscribers by April 1st. We're at 787. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys are the true goats. Hit that like button. Drop a comment down below what you guys are grateful for. There's so much to be grateful for, guys. And when you say it, you're gonna bring it out of yourself, right? I always recommend write down a gratitude a day. Think of a gratitude a day, because I mean, there's endless gratitudes. I'm grateful for cars. I'm grateful for lights. I'm grateful for gas. I'm grateful for tires. I'm grateful for the road. I'm grateful for so many things. But most of all, I am grateful for my loving parents, because without them, I would not be on this earth, and you guys wouldn't be either. So tell your parents you love them. Enjoy your weekend. Spend some time with your loved ones. And guys, find your impetus. Goodbye.